Hey guys, welcome to The World is Your Bowl of Noodles, Slurp Noodles and Chat. I am the host, Jordan Ibakwe. Today we have a very special guest on my show, The World is Your Bowl of Noodles. Can we give a hand for Reese Elbler, who is the CEO and founder of Dream Big Girls Camp? And please give her a round of applause. This camp inspires girls to dream big and go for what they want, no matter the age. And I'm just so glad that she's on my show, and this is just an amazing opportunity. And let's give her a round of applause. And I hope you enjoy this episode and stay tuned. All right, Reese, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, and what you do?
Hi, my name is Reese Elder. I am 15 years old, and I'm going into 10th grade. I am, as Jordan said, I'm the co-founder of Dream Big Girls Camp, which is a summer camp that helps inspire all girls to dream big to become whoever they want to be when they grow up.
That's actually just amazing. When I saw your camp, first, I guess the logo draw me because I love pink. So whenever I see pink stuff, I'm just like, wait, I have to go here. And when I saw what you did for girls and just like the impact that you're doing, I was like very amazed because I was like, wow, she's only 14. But wait, you're turning 15 this year, or have you turned 15?
No, I turned 15 and I'll be 16 in September.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, because like, well, my birthday is in July, so I'm turning 16, but still, you're doing such like all this at such a very young age. It's just very impressive and just amazing how you're really helping girls to dream big and go for what they want. But I do want to know, what was the very first moment you realized you wanted to create a that empowers girls?
Well, it started when Elizabeth and I, my friend and business partner, we were sort of like we both have little sisters, and we were watching them, sort of like babysitting, but the parents were still like in the house and just talking. And we realized that we really liked babysitting and taking care of kids, especially young girls. And then Elizabeth's mom brought up the idea, like, oh, y'all could run a camp. And then it just sort of clicked. And so we just started planning from there. And we knew that having younger sisters, that we knew that we wanted it to be something that empowered girls and helped young girls because I don't know, that just sort of sparked a light in us. And that's basically just how it started, just an idea. And we went from there.
Have a young sister, so I can babysitting was never my strong suit. I kind of dislike babysitting, but I love how you enjoyed it. You've had a passion for it and you guys stuck to it. And I feel like a lot that comes with also being a business and entrepreneur, you have to be committed to what you love and stay true to it. And you guys found such a creative idea because while your mom helped you guys, which is amazing, like you have such a strong support system behind you, helping you
Yes,
create
of
the
course.
dream and making it happen. And I do want to know because the name is incredible. I love the name. I was just like, wow, this is just speaking what it really is because it's more than just a camp. It's a movement to help girls become big and just big dreamers. And I'm curious to know, can you share the story behind your camp name and what it means to you?
Of course. So we knew going in to the camp that we wanted it to have some sort of like call to action with you will, if you will, or like a motivational message instead of just a camp name. And so we just started like brainstorming ideas. I know we were in between Dream Big, obviously, and then I can't remember something like shine like a star, shine bright, be a star, something like that. But then we realized that, wait, if we do dream big, we could correlate it to dream jobs, and that can really help inspire and empower girls to realize that they can be whatever they want to be. And so when that sort of clicked for us, we definitely went with Dream Big. We knew it had such a powerful message, and we also like just how like simple and short it sounded, but how much depth can go into it to inspire girls. So yeah.
I'm naming your project is maybe one of the hardest things I feel like some
Yes.
people face because it's something that's going to stick with the project for a very long time and be permanent. Honestly, the whole thing is like naming something that you really love takes time, and I'm glad that you took time to figure out a name that was short and sweet, but got to the point and really represented your movement and what you want to do. But I do know there are challenges that a lot of people face, especially if that you face when creating this dream, creating the camp. And so, can you tell us the certain challenges you face but have overcome when creating the camp?
I would say, well, one of the biggest challenges, and I feel like that a lot of girls face who have messaged me on Instagram asking for help is trying to spread the word and get people to join. It's can be very difficult to get clients and get business when you're first starting out. And that's like one of the really big scary things of starting your own business from scratch, because you never know if you're gonna get the business or not. But trust me, y'all, just take the leap because it is so worth it. We were so scared to send out the email to like advertise it, I guess. I remember it was like a Thursday night and we were like sitting down in my kitchen dining room. We like typed it all out. We like read through the email at least like 7 times. We clicked send and we started like freaking out and we were so scared. And it was really hard to, I guess, work up the courage and to then get all the emails and get people to join. But once we pushed through that, we realized that really our business model and everything that we were really started to shine through because we got a lot of signups right away. And so I don't know, it just kind of showed us that sometimes you just need to take that leap of faith because your hard work will pay off. Because it was really scary and really difficult to put ourselves out there at first, but once we did, it really paid off. So, yeah.
I feel I really do touch on when you said about marketing. I can feel the fear of whenever I have to send someone a DM or like an email about something or like being on my podcast. I'm like, should I really send it to them? Will they respond to me? It's like, I start overthinking it. And so it's like whenever I send it and I don't look back. And so really is what you said too, like taking the leap and just going for it. Some people might say no. Okay, move on. There's a lot of people who will say yes. So it's just about
Exactly.
how you doing it and going for what you want. And I'm really curious, like, how did you get people to come on to your camp? Because I know, like you said, about like sending emails, but can you like tell us specifically what you guys did and how you did it?
Yes, so we went through a we both went to a pre-K through 8th grade school. And so when we started when we were going into 7th and 8th grade, and so we were able through our school's directory, we were able to go through and get all of the emails for all the incoming first and incoming second grade moms. And then once we got those, we just typed out the email and sent it to them. And then in our past, more recent years, the camp has also like just spread by word of mouth from the moms as well. But yeah, we find that the best way to like advertise is definitely digitally, like write to their email or their text, because that's just kind of the day and age we live in. And so I would definitely recommend that.
Using your resources, it's very important. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
was very afraid to use AI because I just heard a lot of stuff about it. But it's really helpful, especially when you're creating, because I use it mainly when I'm trying to create my business plans or like what I should do next. And just like you said too, digitally sending out emails, creating an email list, all that applies to just having a business and also marketing as well. Social media is the most incredible marketing tool you could ever have because
Yes.
it's just outreaches to a lot of people. But I want to talk about the topics of stress and also doubt. I know like you have so much like emails, so many like people who are coming into your camp. And so how do you stay connected to your mission when you're stressed or just tired?
Yeah, this is a really good question because running a business is not all just like cupcakes and fairies. There's a lot of stress that comes with it. There's the like day to day stress when you're actually at camp, and it's like the oh wait, do we have enough paper plates? Wait, make sure you pass those out. No, don't use the scissors. That like trying to handle the girls and make sure they're doing everything right. They all have everything we need. So it really can be stressful trying to keep track of 10 little girls at once and trying to make sure that they're all having a good time. But then in that in those stressful moments, it's when we hear the this camp is so fun. I want to come back. Oh, I want to be a vet when I grow up. This is my favorite. Those little that just makes me realize that it's all worth it. Like all the stress, everything that goes into it. It's like, yes, that's part of it, but I just need to take a step back and realize that my mission and what I'm doing is working. And whenever I hear those girls tell me that they love Dream Big Girls Camp or that they're inspired, that's when I realize that the stresses, they're just like little temporary things and those will go away. And it's sort of similar with Instagram too. It's sort of like a business of its own.
Yeah.
And during the times I'm like, oh, I have to post today. Oh, I have to edit. It's taking me 2 hours to edit. Or, oh my goodness, I'm falling behind. I'm not gaining as much followers. But then I get a DM that's like, you inspired me to start my own camp, or you're just such an inspiration to me. It's like those things when I hear from other people, when I hear from y'all, when I hear from the girls, those are what really helped me through all the stresses and challenges because it's really beautiful.
I strongly agree with you when you say like Instagram too. Like I always remember, oh my gosh, Sundays I have to post a new episode. I have to post this. I have to edit that. I have to do all this stuff. And you just feel like it's so much pressure because you have such an audience. You have people who are looking out, who are like waiting for you to post, who are waiting for you to do all this stuff. And on top of that, you also mentioned about like just followers too. When you see like just a backup, like people start unfollowing you, you're like, oh my gosh, am I doing something wrong? Like, do people not like this dream enough? And so it's just overwhelming when you have so much to do. But when you see the impact and just, especially now when I'm talking to people, especially like you, I feel so happy that I have this opportunity to do that because I love my job and I know you love what you do too. And so it's just about what we love and how committed we are to the dream too. So it's honestly, I just love being a dreamer and I love how you inspire girls to be big dreamers as well for your in your camp. But I'm curious to know what impact have you seen so far in the lives of the girls who you've worked with? And can you share a moment that really touched your heart?
So, as I was saying, when we hear the girls say, like, we love this camp, we want to come back, we could see that impact for sure, especially when there's girls returning. For example, we had one girl who came our past summer, summer 2024, who loved it. She signed up again this summer and came our first week in the summer and literally loved it so much that she even signed up for our second week of the same summer. And I told her, like, it's going to be the exact same activities. And she's like, I know, but I still want to come back. I love this camp. And that moment, like, really touched my heart because it helped me realize that these young girls really do get inspiration from this camp. They really like feel empowered by this and they really do have so much fun. And so it just really touched my heart when I got to see them want to come back, and especially that one girl want to come back for the third time and for the second time in one summer. Also, when we invite first and second grade girls, so also when they're in second grade and they're like, next year I can't come because it's going to age out. Can you extend the age? I want to come back. Those moments of just the girls, just like seeing them enjoy this camp and seeing them want to be back for more, that really touches my heart. And that's like the impact that I see.
But I do agree with you. I love how the girls, especially they just enjoy coming back, even when they know the activities are the same, even when they know it's just going to be the same thing from last year. They enjoy just the community. They enjoy, it's like a family kind of like just, how do
Yes.
I say it? You know, when like people like the atmosphere, there's another word for it, like,
Environment, community.
environment. They enjoy the
Okay.
environment. It's just warm and just like girlhood. That's all I can say. Like girlhood is just amazing.
Yes.
I was talking to actually one of she works with empowering girls as well and she states that like she wants girls to be in the leadership role. She wants girls to be in the big CEO corporate just founders of their own nonprofits and I was just like this is the look at the like whole world we're living in. Girls are already doing that just by inspiring each other, helping each other, giving one each other a hand. And so it's honestly fabulous how we've grown to like instead of like, you know, just men who are doing like the leadership role, women are coming into it, like taking the roles. And so it's honestly fabulous how starting at a young age they can do even more greater things than they could ever imagine. But I do want to touch on like just maybe your own personal story. What role has your own personal story played in shaping your camp for girls?
So when I was in middle school, I honestly did have a very tough time making or like I guess keeping friends. I felt that there was a lot of exclusion and a lot of just like toxic environments in friend groups and in like the school environment that I was in, and just like the friend groups and the people. And I noticed that with not just me, but a lot of other girls who were excluded or just like you could see a lot of comparison and a lot of confidence just falling once you hit that middle school level. And it's all about like popularity and how many friends you have and how many skincare products you have and whatnot. And so that's why I think it's really important. That's what kind of like sparked me to make sure that this camp was inspiring young girls, especially because when you're so little, like you just like feel like you're on top of the world and that you could do anything. And so we are just trying to like really instill that in the girls so that when they grow up and when they face challenges, they face comparison and confidence, dropping and all of the crazy friend drama, that when they face that, they still have that like message of dreaming big and confidence, and like self-love in their hearts, so that they can know that like they're worth more than these silly friendships, and that they could still dream big to become whoever they want to be. So yeah, when just like all the craziness through middle school happened and I started my camp when I was in middle school, that's what just really kind of pushed and drove my message even further, because I just really want all girls to be confident and to not have to like go through what I went through and what other girls go through. I want them to really believe that they still got this and that they could still believe in their dreams no matter what. So that's what we're trying to instill in them when they're still really young.
I middle school is just was horrible. I feel like it's just the age of puberty, you're growing up. It's a whole roller coaster ride. And I oh my gosh, I really do connect to what you said like about friendships. Like it's so hard keeping people when people would just switch up on you or try to like start acting just a different type of way. But I love that you've helped create or help girls find identity and start like at a young age, because like you said, when you're young you feel like you're on top of the world, but then when you become a little bit older you start to get humbled and like okay, but that shouldn't be the case. I feel like you should always remind yourself that even though I'm not perfect, even though I might not be great at a lot of things or some things, I still know that I'm beautiful, I'm smart, I'm kind, I'm sweet. And so you should always boost yourself. And I love affirmations. I feel like I live off of those every single day because it reminds you of who you are and not what people say you are. And so, and also gossip. I feel like gossip is chaotic in middle school. So, but I do want to take a quick break, and I do want to tell the viewers out there who are watching, please go support Reese and her camp as well. I will link her Instagram right over here on the top or in the description below, and just go check her out. She's incredible, and her camp really does support and help a lot of girls dream big and go for what they want. And also go support our podcast, The World's Your Bowl of Noodles, on all platforms. And see you then for more episodes. But let's get into it again. But I do want to touch on the topic of balance. And so I do want to know, how do you balance running a business, school, and life all in one?
This is a very good question because honestly, it's something that's very difficult, and I'm still working on trying to figure out every single day. I try to create sort of like a schedule for myself ish. I really just focus on school during the weekdays. That is when it's during the week I'm in school, and that is when I should be focusing on school the most. And so, like, my business comes second during the week. But then I prioritize on the weekends, making sure that I'm spending time working on my business or editing or posting or whatnot. Because while I have that open time, I'm really, really trying to focus on filling that with working on things that I need to get done. So I make lots of to do lists and schedules so that I'm not just ending up scrolling or watching TV or whatnot, because honestly, it's hard. Sometimes you just want to chill. So yeah, I'd say it's still something that's really difficult for me, but I just try to sort of space it out, have certain times for school and certain times for business and certain times for just life and family and chill, because I don't want them to become like so integrated to where I like my business life and my personal life and my school life are like all in one, and it's just this like big jumble in my brain. I try to keep them separate so that they each have their own like special place in my heart, and so that they each get the focus that they deserve, because all of them deserve special my attention and my focus. And so I don't want to like just leave any part of my life out. So I just think it's really important to create a schedule. You stay organized and on top of everything that you need to get done.
But I do know what you mean about it, because I understand what you mean. Some days I'll wake up, I'm in my bed, and I want to scroll through TikTok throughout the whole day. But I remember, wait, I have school, I have this. I just can't stop, like, not trying. And so I really do strongly agree with you. Like, procrastination is one of my biggest enemies, because I just want to sometimes you just want to stop. You just want to sit on your bed and do nothing. But you have so much on you, like right now, you can't stop. You have to keep going. You have to put in the time. So I love how you organize your space. You organize, weekdays, school, weekends, work, and it's just like I love that. It's just you're very organized. I strongly think I need to work on that a little bit more, Because I'm still forming a better schedule for how I should manage my time. Even though it's summer, of course, schoolwork is still there, summer work also on top of that, classes. So it's just a lot. But I love how you organize your time and make time for yourself as well. Because I know being an entrepreneur, you have to keep your mental health on check and you have to stay in the mind and not allow anything to create confusion. And I do want to touch on that too. How do you maintain self care and just keep your mind straight even when you have a lot going on?
Well, when I'm stressed, I like to just take a night or just take even like an hour or two to just do something that I love to do, just personally. That could be like baking or junk journaling or just taking a really long shower. Just taking a little bit of time for myself to clear my head. But I also feel like I thrive best and I am most like happy, I guess, when I'm productive. And so whenever I just feel like I'm stressed, I have all these things going on, I like to just really make a list of all of just the just small basic things that I know I could easily get done. I'm not looking at like the big picture of, oh, I have to do this whole thing for school, oh, I have to do all of this. I just create a list with a few small simple steps that I know I could get done and then just go through them, cross them off, and it's sort of, I don't know, it just makes me feel better and it makes me feel productive and like I'm actually working towards my goals and getting things done, but I'm still like enjoying it at the same time and having fun and just being myself.
That's the best part. I love it because productivity. I love being productive, but sometimes me, I can be a little slacker and just stay and do nothing. But I love being productive because I know that I'm getting things done. I'm working towards my goal and getting what I need to get done. So I love how you like, even though you take time for yourself, you still try to at least get something done, try to make yourself happy. And that's what's important. Making yourself happy and enjoying what you're doing is all that matters. But I am curious, have there been people or mentors who inspired you along the way, and what did you learn from them?
Well, definitely my mom is one of my biggest inspirations or mentors. Of course, inspires me every day she of course inspires me every day to dream big and to become whoever I want to be. She and my dad are some of the biggest supporters of all of my dreams. They support me in all of my theater and mock trial, all my extracurriculars. And so I just want to be sort of like them in the way that they support me and tell me that I could really do all of my dreams. And so, yeah, I want to do that same for all the girls that come to camp. I want to make sure that they know that I support them and that I will help them accomplish any of their goals and to know that they got this. So yeah, I would say my mom, I've learned so much from her, especially we do the children's liturgy at my church together, so I see her working with little kids and I'm helping there working with little kids, and so she's also taught me a lot through doing that together, seeing how she works with young children, and that helps me learn how to work with young children as well.
I love that your mom is one of the biggest supporters as well as your family because I feel like when we have a dream, our family always supports us and everything. And it's just amazing that, from day one, they've supported you and they're going to keep supporting you until it's just as it blossoms and grows to like a bigger and just more grand, like, I feel like I'm seeing so much of your camps around the country because I can see it already. It's so successful right now. You already have such a great following, great support group. It's going to grow to beyond anything. But I actually want to do touch on that. Like, when you imagine the future, what is your biggest hope for the girls you are empowering?
Well, for the girls at our summer camp, obviously our biggest goals is for them to accomplish their dreams. We had them all go around in the circle and say what they want to be when they grow up, like what their big dream is. And some wanted to be a soccer player. There was a lot of people who wanted to be vets, a fashion designer, so many amazing things. But then when you get older, I feel like you start to doubt that. You're like, oh, that was just so childish of me. But I hope that this camp helps instill in them that, like, no, those dreams are valid and that they can accomplish them. So my hope for all of those girls is that they do end up becoming those jobs that they want to be. They do end up doing all those things that they want to do. And just really see my account and see it as an inspiration to start their own camp, start their own business, to just feel confident in themselves, to reach for the dream job that they want to become. I've received countless DMs of people telling me that I've inspired them this, inspired them that. And that really just makes my heart so, so happy. And so that's my hope for all of the girls, all of the people who are following, just that be able to find that confidence and find that self-love and find that like find that like confidence inside them to be able to know that they can accomplish whatever they want to do if they put their mind to it. And so yeah, that's what I hope my Instagram portrays for all girls.
That's amazing. Because even when I got onto your Instagram, I was like, this is such, it's giving girl. It's just, the whole idea is just giving girl because the logo is just amazing how you just can create such a community of change makers, entrepreneurs, and just female, this amazing people who, like females who just want to dream, who want to go for their dreams. And it's actually amazing and just incredible. But I do want to go into the second to last question because I know there are people who might be watching this interview and curious, like, I want to do something, but I'm afraid to do it. I'm afraid to go into that. And so, what do you say to those people who want to do a dream, or to the girls who want to create something but are afraid of being judged or criticized?
I would say, as I was talking about earlier, just take the leap and just start. You never know until you try. I see people saying, "Oh, I live in a small town. I want to run a camp, but I don't know if people will sign up." Well, you'll never know if you don't try. So people are so worried about. I don't think I have the confidence to do this. I don't know if I can. But confidence isn't built by sitting there and planning everything out and trying to get it perfect. Confidence is built by actually doing and starting and just taking that leap and going for it. It is so scary anytime you're starting something new, a new business, a new job, a new school, anything. It's so, so scary to start and to even just dream. It's so scary to do so many things, but if you just take the leap and you just go for it. Yes, things may go wrong. You may make mistakes. You'll have failures here and there. But in the big picture, you will succeed if you just go for it, because you'll learn from your mistakes. You'll learn over time. You'll grow that confidence as you keep going. So don't expect to be perfect before you go into starting something new or trying something. Just do your best, learn from your mistakes, and your confidence will grow from there.
Agree with when you said mistakes, which I really learning how to just grow from your mistakes and take them and consider them as just lessons to just be better and get better at what you love to do. Because honestly, it's amazing that we can even make mistakes, because I feel like failure is seen by so many people as bad, but I think it's actually really good that you sometimes fail, that you sometimes might be low, but it's only teaching you how to rise and become stronger and better and just more wiser in your journey. It's just amazing that you really can learn from your mistakes. But in wrapping up this interview, I do want to ask one little funny question that I always ask my people who come into the Noodle Pod. I want to know, what is your favorite bowl of noodles?
Okay, so this is like literal like noodles.
Yeah.
Like, is this like a special meeting or anything? Is it just like favorite dish?
Plain dish, girl.
Okay. My favorite bowl of noodles is definitely pesto pasta. I literally love pesto and like basil. I could just eat that by the spoonful. So I'd say, I don't know, some penne or those twirly noodles with some pesto, maybe some chicken and a few like veggies.
Oh my god.
So good.
Wait, is it homemade pesto or store-bought pesto?
Depends. Could be either. There's this one that we really like from the store that I really like, but also homemade is good too. So either one.
I have been trying to get into pesto lately, even though maybe because I tasted the wrong pesto, but like when I tried homemade pesto, I was like, it tastes completely different from the one I bought at the store. So I think it's really good. It just depends on like how you make it. I feel like I tried
Yep.
making pesto one time and I think I put too much lemon in it, or I don't know what I put in my pesto. I was just trying to make it. But I do love pesto and I do love mac and cheese. I love just I'm from the
Yes.
South, so I love lasagna, I love macaroni, I love what's the called? Those bolognese or kind of like
Yes,
that.
I love bolognese.
Bolognese is
That's
so
my favorite.
good. But thank you so much, Reese. You are incredible. Your camp is actually just phenomenal. What you said was very wise and just strong, and I know that you will do absolutely well in the future. Thank you for coming into the Noodle Pod and just keep doing, keep rising, and keep being a dreamer.
Thank you so much, and thank you, Jordan, for inviting me here. This was such a great time, and I hope that you accomplish all of your dreams with your podcast. as well. I know you will because this place and this business that you've created is so amazing. And so thank you so much.